In a bold and stirring call for justice, the Nurses Help Foundation galvanized widespread public support in Lagos with a major awareness work aimed at confronting the persistent scourge of child sexual abuse. The event, themed Enough is Enough, Let's End Child Rape, brought together legal practitioners, civil society advocates, school children, and concerned citizens in a united front against the violation of Nigeria's most vulnerable. Commencing at the Nigerian Bar Association NBA Secretariat in Ikeja and culminating at the Lagos State Police Command Headquarters, the walk served as both a protest and a demand for systemic accountability. The turnout was significant. Hundreds of school children from across Lagos State marched alongside legal professionals and non-governmental organizations dedicated to child rights and protection. At the forefront of the initiative was Olumide Kayode Omoshebi, legal practitioner and founder of the Nurses Help Foundation, who articulated the devastating reality facing many children. With deeply troubling data indicating that 1 in every 3 children is likely to experience molestation, defilement, or sexual harassment before adulthood, the march underscored the urgency of the crisis.
Is a walk against child sexual abuse. The rates of child sexual abuse in Lagos State has surpassed even that of domestic violence and gender-based violence. That 1 in every 3 of our girl children will be sexually molested, harassed, or defiled before the age of 18. Now, defilement simply means the rape of a child, anybody below 18. We recognize that whenever cases are taken, reported to some police stations, it is treated as a family matter. Our appeal to the Commissioner of Police today is to pass a communique to all police stations in Lagos State that any case involving the sexual assault, defilement, sodomy, molestation of a child should not be settled and be transferred to the gender unit of the state command in Ikeja or any of the family support units.
Participants highlighted how countless cases of child abuse are often trivialized or dismissed at police stations, frequently labeled as domestic or family matters. This systemic minimization strips victims of their voice, reduces their trauma to inconvenience, and emboldens abusers. The work sought to dismantle this culture of silence and complicity by pushing for such cases to be handled by specialized units within the Nigeria Police Force, namely the family support and gender units, where sensitivity and professionalism can be better ensured. Among the legal voices present were Toyin Taiwo Ojo, the General Secretary of the African Women Lawyers Association, and Abiye Tam George, the immediate past vice chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association Lagos branch, who resounded condemnation of institutional failure. From law enforcement to the judiciary, the work spotlighted how neglect, apathy, and corruption have created a dangerous environment where perpetrators are protected and justice is routinely denied. The message was clear. Child sexual abuse is a grievous crime that should no longer be negotiated behind closed doors or buried under the weight of social stigma and family secrecy.
Know that the government is trying, especially the Lagos State government, but we want more done. The lives of our children are at stake. Our children are being killed instrumentally because adults who should know better have decided that our children are prey. They are preying on our children. It is high time we as a people, as a society, stand up to say no, enough is enough. Our children should be safe. Our children should be given pens and not penises. Our children should be made to be children. Children should be allowed to thrive. Children should be allowed to grow. That is why we're on the streets of Lagos today. Well, I would have to say that is one of the reasons why we're on the streets. Settlement of child sexual defilement, rape, is a crime on itself, on its own. It's an obstruction of justice, and those families should be tried accordingly. If we all take a stand against this crime, against people settling out of court, there will be a decline in the statistics that keeps getting churned out of this nation.
It is far reaching, and today we say, everyone, please come forward, join us for this advocacy, join us for this fight, join us to stop this anomaly, this crime. We're asking the judiciary to be responsible in dealing with child abuse, child rape. We're asking the police to be responsible in dealing with child rape. We're asking parents to be in active mood. A lot of our parents are negligent in taking care of their children. They need to attend parenting classes in order to safeguard their children, in order to protect their children. So, parents, you must step up. Your actions are required now to ensure that our children are protected.
A strong call was made to law enforcement to reject any further out-of-court settlements that shield offenders from prosecution. Legal advocates asserted that accountability must not only fall on abusers but also on those who conspire to obscure their actions, including family members who pressure victims to remain silent or withdraw complaints. The rallying cry extended to the wider public. Parents were urged to heighten their vigilance and take preventive steps in safeguarding their children. Communities were called upon to report suspected cases rather than look the other way. There was also a challenge to the judiciary to apply the full force of the Child Rights Act and no longer act as passive observers in a crisis that continues to rob countless children of their safety, dignity, and future. A significant moment during the event occurred at the Lagos State Police Command headquarters, where the Commissioner of Police, CP Moshood Jimoh, received the group. In response to the overwhelming testimonies and demands presented by legal professionals, children, and parents alike, he pledged to issue an official directive to all area commanders and divisional police officers across the state. This directive would mandate that all cases of child sexual abuse be treated as urgent and high priority crimes, and any attempts to suppress or settle such cases informally would no longer be tolerated.
It's an offense for any police personnel to settle any case of sexual abuse of children or anybody. And we have been lecturing them on that. But I want to let you know that the police is not the culprit in this matter. Though there are some instances where some people might try to play with levity, but every police officer knows that it's a serious crime. Defilement, rape, either abuse in any regard is a criminal offense, and it's being pursued sought. And we know the trauma that family face is endless. It's endless. And the other issue has to do with the society itself. We should all join hands together, including men and women that constitute the society and community at every point in time, to remove the stigma from the minds